You know, it's pretty difficult competing with Hollywood action hero, successful businessman, environmentalist, best-selling author, former governor, and the Terminator. Luckily, we have fragrance, and that's all you really need nowadays. 1 Million Parfum. Recently picked this one up. It is a crowd pleaser. It's pretty sweet though. It's got this like sunscreen kind of vibe in here. It's got a lot of white florals too. So it could come across a little too sweet for some people. I'm kind of bordering on that edge of it's a little sweet for me, a little too sweet for me. So it's gonna be like a special occasion kind of wear for me when I really want to attract in those ladies.
Hello ladies, fresh baklava.
Pretty nice though. It's got a lot of amber in here. Also the white florals, like I said before. It's got kind of like a creamy musky kind of thing going on. But the main thing is that sweet kind of sunscreen kind of vibe, which is really cool. I find it interesting with these sweet fragrances though. They're not like generally like my favorite, but they get a lot of attention. And too, they kind of smell really good in the air. This is one of those fragrances where it smells really sweet on the hand, but then in the air, it smells really great. Excellent crowd pleaser. Also, you know, the 1 Million Elixir is really good too. That one has the same kind of sweetness, and it's got an apple nuance in there too, with a little bit of a rose kind of character. It's really nice, it's really nice. But the 1 Million Parfum, it's nice, it's sweet though. And you're gonna need it if you're competing with the governor.
Get to the chopper.
Now, Sarah Connor, she's a tough broad, okay? She's got the, you know, the muscles, she's got the stamina, she's got the endurance, and she's trying to save the world or whatever she's trying to do. At this point, I don't even know what she's trying to do. But I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to get with her, and you're gonna need Valentino Uomo, Born in Roma, Intense. This stuff will definitely attract you, your Sarah Connor. There's gonna be a nuclear explosion in her pants.
Don't go chase the waterfall.
End of the world? No, you've got Valentina. I first picked this one up, I really liked it, but this one has definitely grown on me significantly. It's vanilla, it's lavender, it's aromatic, and it's woody. The vetiver in here is kind of a smokier vetiver. It's got like a smoky undertone, and then clean lavender is like a clean base. So it's a very lavender heavy fragrance, but it's kind of more of like a base. And then vanilla is sprinkled in there to provide a lot of sweetness. You do get a little bit of a bubblegum kind of vibe with this one, but it's not like too overpowering where like 1 Million Parfum, that one has a predominant bubblegum note. This one relies more on the smoky vetiver, clean lavender, and that touch of vanilla. It's really nice. Wear victory if you want to declare victory. I don't even know what kind of guys Sarah Connor likes. She's into robots, I think. Victory Elixir here, not the elixir. This is just the standard one. This is so good. It's got a lot of pink pepper in here, but it's mainly a vanilla amber kind of fragrance. It's nothing like spectacular, like it's gonna knock your socks off, but I love this stuff. It's, like I said before, it has this pink pepper nuance in the top. Really something smooth. I love the aromatic nature with this one, but it is definitely vanilla amber, and it's for the ladies or robots, whatever you're into. No judgment here. Pink pepper, lemon, olibanum, lavender, vanilla, tonka bean, and amber. A little bit of a touch of a smoky aspect with the olibanum in the mid, but it's pretty generally sexy. Excellent for a date fragrance or just like a, you know, everyday wintertime fragrance. It would be stunning for that. Smooth, creamy, and a lot of amber. I love this stuff. It's really good. I think that this is one of the best from the entire line of the Invictus, you know, sphere. I feel like this one, Invictus Aqua, and then the original are pretty well done. Prada Luna Rosa Black. This one looks like Terminator, so I wanted to put it in the list, and two, it can pull in a Sarah Connor. We got to get our priorities straight. Best looking bottle, get Sarah Connor, and then however it smells, who cares? One is an excellent amber fragrance. It's got some musk in here, giving it kind of a sexy vibe to it too. This is a stunner for a date fragrance. You're gonna get Sarah Connor, and you're gonna get her child too, John. Is that her child name, John? Isn't that the whole premise of the movie? Arnold wants to be a stepdad. He comes into Sarah Connor's life. Nothing works out, so he blows up the world. Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong movie. Some good bergamot at the top. It's fresh at the top, and it's almost got this like kind of Play-Doh kind of vibe to it. initially. And then you warm up to it and you realize it's the sexiest fragrance on the planet. Tonka bean and the angelica and the patchouli giving it this kind of like sexiness. Try it out if you are interested or if you even care. Now, Sarah Connor, she's a hard chick to get. She's really independent. She's got, you know, everything going for her. She gets stuck in the dryer sometimes. That's when Arnold needs to come in and save her. John watches and he has to like shut the door, and maybe I'm thinking of the wrong movie. Mont Blanc Platinum, Explorer Platinum. This stuff is really great. This is a violet heavy fragrance. It's almost got the same kind of violet that you would find in Dior Fahrenheit. It's not that gasoline kind of smell, but it's the same kind of violet that you would find in there. And then this dries down to an excellent like Dior Homme 2020 kind of smell. It's pretty aromatic. It's got this like ozonic quality to it, very woody heavy, but once again, it dries down to a very like creamy, violet heavy, almost Dior Homme 2020 kind of vibe. Violet, clary sage, and cedarwood are in the notes, and it's really just simple as that. They do this like 3-note breakdown nowadays so that, you know, I don't know why, but they do it. But you definitely get a little bit of a pink pepper kind of vibe in here. And then even too, I pick up a little bit of a, like a juniper kind of smell to it. It's pretty sweet with the clary sage too, and then, but it's mainly a violet fragrance with a woody undertone. Pretty excellent stuff. I forgot to mention, none of these fragrances are gonna work if you don't own a motorcycle. So if you don't own a motorcycle, you're not gonna get Sarah Connor at all. Club de Nuit Intense Man. This stuff, it has Terminator written all over it, but you know, she's into that kind of Terminator kind of thing. You know, it's kind of kinky. But no judgment here from me to Sarah. Club de Nuit Intense Man. This is the Parfum version. I own the Parfum version. I think it's so much better than the original, the Eau de Toilette. But I mean, for the price, just if you want to save money, just get the Eau de Toilette. You know, it's great. It'll still do the same trick. You're not going to compete with Arnold, but it'll do the trick. Actually, you're not going to compete with any robot, if you know what I mean. Lemon, pineapple, bergamot, blackcurrant, a lot of fruit in the top, birch, a little bit of smoky vibe, and then you got ambergris, patchouli, vanilla, and musk in the base. A sexy DNA. This stuff is remarkable. A lot of smoky aspects, a little bit of a floral touch, fruity. It's just so great. But you don't need me to tell you that because it's heavily hyped online. Everybody knows about it. Everybody loves it. Sarah Connor loves it. All right, the next one is Hercules by Maison Alhambra. You could also put Herod on here as well. That would work as well. This stuff is so good. It is smoky tobacco. It's got a little bit of a vanilla kind of tone to it. Very spicy though, and it's perfect for the winter and fall time. I think that this stuff is super great. And if you don't own a bottle of this, it would be worth picking it up. And if you don't even have any of the DNA, try this one out because it's like 20 bucks or so. And this is one of those fragrances where like, if you like it enough, get the original. I plan on picking up the original here in the next, year or so, but it's a tobacco, vanilla, spicy, cinnamon kind of fragrance, very sexy. It's got a lot of spice in there, but it's also sweet, vanilla, tobacco, it's just very well blended. It's super good. Cinnamon spice at the top, it's tobacco, incense, it's got vanilla, cedarwood, some musk, vetiver. Let me preface this, it's such a good DNA, really, really excellent. It's definitely worth it for the fall time. I mean, for the fall and the winter time, it's not really a summertime fragrance. So if you're in Los Angeles saving Sarah Connor, maybe not get this one. But if you're in like the Northern Hemisphere and Sarah Connor wants to go to the mountains and ski for a little while, it would be great. It'd be a great vacation fragrance. Take Sarah up to the mountains, maybe get some hot cocoa, maybe have a beer at a local brewery, maybe get a kayak, go on the lake. Maybe don't do that because your robot parts will all deteriorate. And wear protection because your chainsaw is just gonna destroy her.
Me gently with the chainsaw.
All right, the next one on the list is Baroni. I think that's the way you say this. This stuff is good. And look, it has a magnetic cap too. This is great. Materialistic. This is the Eau de Parfum Intense. If anybody's familiar with the whole line, there's a bunch of different ones and the bottles are not too different from one another. But this one is the Eau de Parfum Intense. If you're interested at all, it's citrusy, it's fruity, it's oud, it's spicy, it's patchouli. It's really great. Honestly, it reminds me a lot of mixing like Leighton exclusive, with Creed Aventus. It's kind of in that kind of realm of things. It's not exact, but that's kind of what I pick up. Tangerine, bergamot, pink pepper, green apple, patchouli, saffron, oud, ambroxan, and vanilla. Excellent note breakdown. Actually, some stunning stuff here. I actually might even wear this today. This is a really good fragrance. Unless I go to the gym, then that would not be appropriate. But if I was going to see like Sarah Connor, man, she'd be like all over me. She'd be like, let's save the world. What does she do? Sarah Connor, born in the teacher of the resistance. Yeah, you're gonna need more than fragrance. You're gonna need Satin Oud by Fragrance World. This is a clone of Oud Satin Mood from Mason Francis Kirchhoff. That guy, he probably has already, been with Sarah Connor. Sarah, whatever. That was a fling back in high school. Francis, you dirty dog. All right, so this is from Fragrance World, and this is called Baccarat Satin Oud. And this is a clone, and the juice is like black. Look at that. That is Terminator juice. But this is a rose fragrance. This is not like a standard just, Acqua di Gio or Sauvage. This is like really unique. Like this, you spray this on, and Sarah's gonna be like, Sarah's gonna be blown away. She's gonna be like, whoa, you smell amazing. You can be a masculine man and wear rose for sure. I think actually it benefits you. So imagine, for instance, you are a rough biker guy. Like this is you. And you're smelling of this. You would be the most mysterious man in the room. Rose in here, vanilla, oud, violet, and benzoin. Really great stuff. And it kind of lasts for a long time too. But you kind of gotta like that kind of powdery, old lady rose oud kind of mixture. The next one does not get talked about that much. It should though. Eau de Parfum by La Nuit de l'Homme. This is La Nuit de l'Homme. It's got a leather and fruity kind of aspect with this one. It's not the most pleasant. It's not the most popular flanker from the La Nuit de l'Homme, but I think it has a nice place in my heart. And it can get you into places like Sarah Connor's bedroom. Leather, woods, warm, spicy, some vanilla in here, and it's also got this like patchouli kind of smell in here as well. It's really good. But it has the same kind of like La Nuit de l'Homme kind of vibe with it. Cardamom in the top. It's also got grapefruit, leather, lavender, clary sage, tonka bean, sandalwood, patchouli, and vetiver. This stuff is so sexy. You gotta kind of like a little bit of a leather nuance in here, but it's not a total leather fragrance. It has leather in it, but there's more going on in here than just leather. I feel like there's much more like sandalwood, patchouli, tonka bean kind of mixture, and fresh cardamom, like spicy fresh cardamom, and then the grapefruit too. And it's very clean too. It's not like a rough leather, like ombre leather, but it has like a touch of it kind of sprinkled in there. It's an all right performer too. So, if you're going on a date with Sarah, bless her heart, she's gonna love the way that you smell. It's gonna be kind of unique, a little something different. The last one, it's a classic, but this is a clone. This is Dreamcatcher by Fragrance World. This is a clone of Dolce & Gabbana, the one Eau de Parfum. Excellent date fragrance. It's well known, but the only reason I put this one last is because everyone kind of smells like this when you go on a date. Years ago, I wore this on a date, and she actually said that I smelled very familiar, which makes me believe two things. She's dating really high value guys, or everyone and their mother smells like this. Thanks for watching the video, everybody. Happy terminating. Let me know in the comments down below what is a great fragrance to get Sarah Connor. We need some good solid date fragrance, good solid sexy fragrances. Get that special lady in your heart. I want to know from you guys. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you next time.